Hey everyone, figured I needed to do a video. I haven't done one in a couple of weeks, and I haven't put my weight on my page down at the bottom on the left side since April 11th. So, sorry you guys. It's been a hectic couple of weeks for me. I don't do anything wrong to anybody, and for some reason, either karma's getting me for something I'm not aware of, or like my friend told me, the devil's at my feet and trying to take all the good away from me that, I've accomplished. And I'm not going to let him do that. So, you can't break a strong person. You can't break a strong-minded or willed or bodied person, and that's me, and it's not going to happen. So anyways, let me get the numbers out of the way. On April 11th, I weighed 232 pounds, and today I weighed because I went to my support group meeting tonight for WLS, and I'm proud to say I am 229 pounds. So that is a total loss from the date of surgery or whatever of 94 pounds. 94 pounds. My daughter measured me, and I'm 80 inches lost. So, yeah, that's like really, really good. Can't believe I'm almost at 100 pounds lost, and I'll be 4 months out of surgery in 6 days. So, yeah, that's kind of wicked cool to me. Let's see. My son had his prom, and he graduates May 26th. That was really cool. He got to ride in a limo, the only guy, with 7 beautiful girls. And girls, if y'all watch this, every one of y'all were absolutely breathtaking, amazingly beautiful. And I love you. I love you kids. I know things are kind of up in the air and hectic right now, but I know I removed some of y'all from my Facebook, and I'm sorry, and that's because I did not want any of y'all to think anything I was saying was being held against y'all. All the stuff that's going on right now, it has nothing to do with any of you girls. So, if you want to add Mama Wendy back, add me back. I'll put you back on my page. So, prom was great. Frankie had a good time. I have pictures on my Facebook of him and the 7 girls and stuff. Like I said, they were absolutely beautiful. Tiffany's mom, Jaylee, I'm not sure how to say your name. You're going to have to tell me. Thank you. Thank you for what you did and letting my boy ride with the girls. That was amazing. He looked like a little pimp. So, yeah, that was cool. Okay. Everybody has seen that I was on ABC 3340 News concerning my daughter. I'm going to take y'all through the steps of what happened, and because the news interview was actually very long, and Isaiah Harper was actually in my home from 9:30 that morning until after 11 o'clock. But being news, they got to cut it down, and they put on there what they want, and therefore there wasn't that much on there. I'm trying to get the full clip from him, and if I can do that, if he's allowed to do that, I'm going to put it on Facebook and YouTube, so you can all kind of get a grip of what's going on. So, first I'm going to say this. No, me or Misty are not suing the school. We are not trying to get anything out of this. What was done to our daughters we feel was wrong. Okay? My daughter's been playing softball for Fayette County High and Fayette Middle School since 7th grade. So, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 4 years, my child has played softball for your school. If y'all watch this, and I don't give a crap. Not one time has she ever been handed a ASHAA rulebook, which is the Alabama School Sports Association, blah, blah, blah. or Alabama high school, whatever. Anyways, she's never been handed a rule book. The last 3 years, my daughter has played co-ed. And they're well aware of that. And how I know they're well aware of that, 8th grade, Miranda played ball. She got picked to play on a co-ed team for another lady, and there was a big ruckus because of Miranda's age, and that went before the Park and Rec and City Hall, blah, blah, blah. She was approved to play. So I know the school knew then. 9th grade, she played co-ed for this other lady, and then I branched out, and me and Danny got our own team, and she played for us then too. And the coach of the 9th grade year also has a co-ed team, and we played against him several times. So, I mean, it's bullshit, people. You knew my kid played co-ed. What the hell was she hurting? Nothing. Wasn't hurting anything. And that law that's in this book is straight up crap. Just saying. You got kids that are representing your school that were drinking and driving and in a wreck, underage. I want to say there might have been some form of drug in their system. Don't quote me on that for sure. I'm not 100% sure. But I knew they were drinking. And guess what? She's still a cheerleader at the high school. So you're letting a child that drinks underage represent your school, but you can't let a child that was out raising money for the mentally retarded and challenged people to play for your softball team. Y'all make no sense. None. Yeah, my daughter played my co-ed tournament on that Saturday to raise money for the ARC, which was for the mentally challenged. And she had a blast. And at one point she told me, she says, Mom, you know, it's really hot out here. She says, but when I look back there and I'm on the field and I look behind the scorekeeping and I see all those mentally challenged people sitting out there and they're smiling and they're clapping, she said, it made me think, you know, this is really worth it. I'm doing this for a good reason. Guess what, baby? You're right. You were doing it for a damn good reason. And don't let anybody else tell you any different. You are a good child. And I can honestly say all 3 of my children are drug and alcohol free. I don't tolerate it. I don't allow liquor in my house. I don't want the drugs in my house. If I know you're on drugs, I'm going to confront you. And I'm going to tell you, you know, you need to leave and don't ever come back to my house like that. And there's a couple of little girls that I have gotten. And, I mean, that's just me. So, yeah, my child is being punished for some bullshit law where she couldn't help anybody. But it's okay. This school system around here is a complete joke. The superintendent has still not called me back after me leaving messages for him to call me, which I don't care anymore. He can keep his words to himself. I don't care. I got my point out. I got my point across. And ABC 3340 goes a lot further than Fayette, Alabama. So people know. And I got my word out, and I voiced myself, and Lord help me, I wish they'd have played the whole tape, but, you know, they couldn't. So, anyways, 2 kids were ripped of playing something that they love, they cherish, they put their heart into it. They might not be the best players, but they have heart of the game, which is something I can say a certain somebody doesn't have the heart, okay? Y'all can kind of figure it out. But another thing, a lot of the parents are pissed off and they sit at these games and I hear them talk and you know, their kids aren't playing and their kids aren't getting to do this and blah, 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 but yet nobody will stand up for their child. I know there's a few that will eventually, and I understand their reason and waiting, and I completely understand that, but there's some that'll never say anything. And now people say I'm crazy because of all what's going on, but what they don't understand is I didn't call ABC 3340. That's the funny thing. I had thought about it and had thought about calling 6 on Your Side. But before I could do so, I got a phone call from Harper himself and asked me if I go live with it. And I'm like, what the hell? I have a 17-year-old daughter that has just as much right as anybody else and deserved to play. So, yeah, I went live with it. And all of this, you know, I will say my daughter walked out of school. 10th grade. Almost through with her 10th grade. She walked out of school and refuses to go back to that school. It's kind of hard to go to a school that won't help you to begin with. And for a fact, my daughter has asked for help several times and kind of got pushed to the side and blah, 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 or whatever. And now at the end of the school year, they want to try to get her tested, get her help, because my daughter took it upon herself to go to them and ask them to be tested to put her in LD classes. I mean, if a kid will come to you and say, I need help, and go to that extent, they need some help. And what would have hurt anybody to have helped my child? But anyways, just saying. She walked out. She's not going back. She did go over right across the street from my house to Bevel Community College. She enrolled, and she will be getting her GED. And guess what? She'll then in turn turn around and go to college, because we found out that you can do that on a GED. So anybody that downs somebody with a GED, you know, check out your information before you talk about it. Learn a little bit. This school that my daughter went to, you know, Fayette County High, over the last few weeks, there's been a lot of dropouts. What does that tell y'all? And I believe one, maybe two was a senior. I know one for sure. But what does that tell you? I mean, you got kids dropping out like flies, and these kids are not bad kids. They're good kids, and they're just leaving because they're sick of your bull crap, and you won't help them. So, I mean, you would think somebody would open their freaking eyes up and try to figure out what's going on. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off before it gets to the 15-minute mark. Like I said, everything else is fine. Just been really busy with Frankie's prom. Now tomorrow I have Zach's prom, and this going on with Miranda. I just wanted to touch the subject a little bit to let you people know nobody is freaking suing anybody. Okay, we're not out for money. We were out to get a point across, and I believe we did it. And for anybody that wants to call me crazy, go ahead if it makes you feel any better, because at least I know when I go to bed at night, I've stood up for my child and her rights. So if that's considered crazy, I'll gladly be called that amongst many other things. I really don't care about anybody and what they think around here. So you all have a good night, and I'll try to get another video up later on. It's dark in here. I'm in the barn, and there's no light in the back. I'm waiting to get the power and stuff ran out here. So yeah, so forgive how the quality of this video is. You all take care. God bless. Love you all. Angela, you're doing great, girl. Even though I haven't been around, I'm sorry, but you're doing really, really good. So I hope to be getting back in touch with everybody. I love you all. Bye.